When I was a teenager, I was back and forth on the um, infant circumcision debate. I once picked up a book at the library about the Maasai culture, and that was the first I had heard of female circumcision. The author stated that they would practice it, and their culture was the only one to not get a certain negative consequence of female circumcision. And yeah, that was the first I heard of it, and I was like thinking about it. I didn't think of anything moral about it because I figured in my own culture I would not have been circumcised if it was harmful to me. I read parts of the book and I found it interesting, and I talked to other people about it, what I read, and then when I objectively mentioned female circumcision to my mother, she said that that is a barbaric practice and it is illegal. And I was silent for a moment because then I considered the moral implications for myself. Now, yes, I do know that female circumcision typically removes more than just the clitoral hood. But yes, sometimes male circumcision removes more than just the foreskin. Sometimes male circumcision is just a dorsal slit. If you cut someone against their will, it is still wrong. Sometimes female circumcision removes parts of the labia, which are the equivalent of the scrotum. They develop from the same tissue. Sometimes female circumcision is just a prick. The original Jewish circumcision was just what hangs beyond the glands in an infant, and those parts of the penis are very important. The difference with me, okay, in one aspect, my circumcision was worse than female circumcision of the Maasai. Female circumcision of the Maasai is done to girls who are just entering puberty, or maybe a few years after that. I was just 3 days old. I could have died. The Maasai girls, they also did not consent, unlike the males, but it's still wrong. There was less risk to them, and they could consent. There's no reason to do it. Of course, the only reason is for sexual honor for the family, and has no benefit. They acknowledge it doesn't benefit the female. Still, if you weigh out how much flesh is removed and the age of the individual, still it's irrelevant. It's just wrong. I digress. I was just starting to wonder if my mother realized the implication of what she had just told me.